Family of slain, 24-year-old files claim against L.A. County over Essex. The family of a 24-year-old man shot and killed by Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies and the man who was with him filed a claim Wednesday for damages against the county, alleging that the men were unarmed when deputies opened fire on them in the parking lot of a Willowbrook apartment complex. Ryan Twyman and Damian Laffell, 22, were sitting in a white Kia near East 132nd and South San Pedro Streets on June 6 about 7:30 p.m., when deputies approached them. During the contact, a deputy-involved shooting occurred, the department previously said in a statement. Twyman, who was in the driver's seat, and Laffell, made no aggressive movements, furtive gestures, or physical movements which would suggest to a reasonable law enforcement officer that either of them was armed with any kind of weapon, the claim states. A spokesman for the department declined to comment and referred the Times to a written statement released Friday expressing condolences to the family and friends of Twyman. The incident was Brian Dunn, one of the attorneys who filed the claim, said that the deputies fired 34 rounds at the two men. Coroner's official, "It's a miracle that the passenger wasn't hit," he said. Dunn said that deputies were attempting to arrest Twyman because they had previously found weapons in his home. Neither Twyman nor Laffell was armed that day, the claim states. Sheriff's official, as the two men sat in the car, the deputies proceeded to assault and batter them and subject them to the unreasonable and excessive use of deadly force by repeatedly and unjustifiably discharging their department-issued firearms into the Kia, according to the claim. After the shooting, attorneys claim that Laffell was unreasonably detained for hours. The claim argues that Dunn said that deputies approached the vehicle and one opened the back passenger side door. When the door opened, there's never any tactical justification for shooting into a moving vehicle, he said. The only conceivable. The shooting has sparked condemnation from community activists who have called for an outside investigation. Last week, people gathered outside the apartment complex where Twyman was shot to raise money for his 3 children. Family members Lexus Twyman, a cousin of Ryan Twyman's, said that he grew up in the area and came from a large, close family. He was the youngest. Connie Parson was inside her home when she heard the gunfire that sounded like a drive-by shooting. She rushed out of her. The way they were shooting, you would think they were in a war with someone else, Parson said. For more crime news, follow on Twitter.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.